Hi friend, in this video we will be installing Windows Server 2012 R2 on VirtualBox. So to install Windows Server 2012 R2 on VirtualBox, first VirtualBox need to be installed in our base machine, and after that we will have to create virtual machine on VirtualBox, and in that virtual machine we will be installing Windows Server 2012 R2. So already I have image available of Windows Server 2012 R2, and here I will be creating virtual machine. So after I am clicking new, so we will be getting here four options. First will be name, where we will be writing name of the virtual machine, and after that we have machine folder where we want to install. So currently it will be selecting C directory by default, and if you want to install into any other directory, then you can click there and you can go to the desired path. And here as soon as we have written Win12, and automatically it has selected type as Windows, Microsoft Windows. And here in version we can select the version of our operating system which we want to install. So we are installing Windows Server 2012, so I have selected this option Windows 2012 64-bit. And after I have filled all the options, I will just click on next here. And in this window we will have option to resize and allocate the RAM to our virtual machine. So by default it has allocated 2 GB of RAM, but Windows needs more RAM, so I will be giving it more. So I have given 10 GB of RAM to our newly created VM, and I will click on next here. And in this window we will have option to create hard disk for our VM. So here again we have three options: either we cannot create any virtual hard disk, or we can create virtual hard disk, or we can use any existing virtual hard disk. So I will be creating a separate virtual hard disk for our Windows VM. So I will be selecting the middle option and I will click on create. And here also we have type of hard disk. We have virtual disk image, virtual hard disk, and virtual machine disk. So I will be using here virtual hard disk, and I will click on next. And here again we have option to either we can give dynamically allocated, or we can make it fixed size. So I will use it dynamically allocated, and I will click on next. And here you can see the path of our newly created hard disk, and here you are able to see the space allocated for the hard disk. And if I click on create, so our VM will get created. So you can see here, as soon as I have clicked on create, so our VM got created, and right side we can see the configuration information of the VM. And here left side the highlighted bar, you can see the name of our VM. Currently this VM does not have any OS in it. So to load the OS image, I will have to click on settings. So in settings we will have to go on storage, and in storage we will have to click on this image picture. So after I click on this image, I will have option to add the ISO image. So it got loaded into optical disk selector, and from the disk selector we can choose the ISO image, and we can click on this option. So as soon as I had clicked there, it got loaded into VM. And we don't want empty optical disk, so I will remove this attachment. So currently we have hard disk attached, then our ISO image attached. Now I will have to click on OK. So we have created the virtual machine, and we have loaded the ISO image. Now in order to install Windows in VM, we will have to start the virtual machine. So to start the virtual machine, I will click on start here. So as soon as I have clicked on start, so new window open, and in this one you can track the Windows installation process. So after Windows loaded in the screen, we will be getting this option. So in this option we will have to select the language. So we have language to install, time and currency format language, and after that we have keyboard or input method. So in all three options I have selected US, and which is also by default selected by the system. And if you want to select any other region, then you can select here. And if you want to select the input for any other region, then you can select it here. And after you have selected here, just click on next button. And now we will have option to install. So we will have to click on this button, install now. So before installation process started, we have to provide the Windows key. So here you need to have Windows key before you are installing Windows. So I will enter here Windows key. Now I have entered the product key for Windows, and I will click on next button. Here we have option to select which type of OS you want to install. Either you want to install server core or server with GUI. So I will be selecting server with GUI, and I will click on next button once again. In this window you have to confirm the license. So you have to enable this checkbox, I accept the license terms, and again you need to click on next button. Here in this window we have again two options. Either you want to upgrade, means install Windows and key file settings and applications, or you can custom install, where install Windows only, so you don't need to do anything else. So I will be selecting this custom method. Here in this window you have option to create the drive. So currently there will be only one drive, and if you want more drives, then you can click on this window and you can allocate the space. So I will keep as it is. I will be creating single drive for this Windows, and I will just click on next. So now you can track it here that our Windows installation has started. So our Windows has installed, and in this window we have to set the password for our newly installed Windows. So here I will enter password, and now I will click on finish. So finally our Windows has installed, and currently it is locked. So if I want to unlock and sign in, I will have to click here on input, and in keyboard I will click on here, and now I will have to enter the password to log in our Windows. Here we will get network notification, and in this one we have to confirm whether we want to find PC devices and content on this network. So either you can press yes or no. I will click on yes here. And after you installed the server, so you will have some server manager dashboard. So from this one also you can see dashboard or local server or all server or file and storage services. So like this you will get various options for your server. So currently we don't need to work anything on this, so I will close this window. And one more thing, you would have noticed that when our Windows installed in VirtualBox, so the window size will be very small. Although I expand the window, but main window will be of a small size. So how we can increase this one? So to increase this one, we need to install VirtualBox Guest Edition. So first we will check here. So currently we have not uploaded any VirtualBox Guest Edition. So first we will need to upload the VirtualBox Guest Edition, then we can install that one. So how we can upload the Guest Edition? So we have to go here devices, and here in the last option you are seeing insert Guest Editions CD image. So just click on this one. So now you can see here that our Guest Edition has been uploaded. So to install we have to double click here, and we can see all the files available in that image. So we will have to click this option here to install. So now we have to click on next, again next, and install. Here we will have to confirm that would you like to install this device software, and device software name is Oracle Corporation System Device. So we will just click on install. And now after we have installed the Guest Edition, we will have to reboot our system. So I will click on finish, and after that it will reboot. So our system has rebooted, and again we will have to log in the system. So again I will go to input, keyboard, and insert Ctrl Alt Del. Then we will get the option to log in here. So I have logged in my system. So after we log in the system, every time when we restart or start the system, so our server manager will be loading. So if you want to work here, then you can work, otherwise you can just ignore this clicking on X1. Now you can see here that in view, in virtual screen 1, we will be clicking on resize to 1920 into 1200. So as soon as I have clicked that option, so our screen got widened. So in this one you can change the screen size according to your requirement, and your window also will be adjusted. So if I scroll from here, so you can see every time I scroll and window also gets adjusted. So this is how we can resize the window size. And after I have used the Guest Edition, so I don't need this one, so I will just right click here and I will click on eject. And when you install the Windows Server 2012, and if you want to shut down and you click on the user, so here you will not be getting option to shut down the machine. Here you will get only two options, either lock or sign out. So if you want to shut down or restart the system, then you have to focus here. So if you keep your cursor on the right of the date and time, so you will get one gear option here. So you will have to click on settings from the gear picture, and in this one you will have the power button. So if you click on the power button, you will get two options, either you shut down or restart. So if I want to shut down, I will click on shut down here, so our machine will be shut down. So now here you will have to give some comment before you are proceeding for shutdown. So there are different menus available from the drop down, so you can select which is applicable to you and you can click on continue. So this is how you have seen that how we had created virtual machine for Windows installation, and in that virtual machine we have installed Windows Server 2012 R2. In that one we had observed how we can check the option to shut down or restart the system, and at last we had shut down the system. We also seen how we can install the guest edition of VirtualBox and resize the screen. So I hope this video was helpful to you, and we will see something else in the next video.